The genius of the Leo Cap joke is that it has multiple layers.
Yeah, get your wrestling ass on.
I don't want to leave my house.
God, I love not paying rent.
Gotta love it.
They don't deserve to exist, just like wasps.
I think mermaids are real.
What happened in the Rosa Parks episode then?
Comparable to a Lego.
Chad Miles get his ass beat for looking at me wrong. No disrespect. No disrespect.
And I definitely eat them naked most of the time.
Take it away, shit.
I'm Governor Roy Cooper. We're in a state of emergency.
Nice.
Top of the morning. Top of the morning.
Made me happy.
Top
Made
of
me
the
smile. Nice.
Top of the morning.
He's gonna do that in the Super Bowl. He's gonna
What?
do that in the Super Bowl. Of course. Yeah.
He's gonna perform at the Super Bowl?
Yes. Him, Eminem, Dr. Dre, and Mary J. Blige.
What? What a lineup.
What do you mean? What? You
What
haven't
the
seen
hell?
this? You didn't see
No.
that?
No, that's an incredible lineup, and it doesn't make any sense. It don't make a lick of sense.
It's at least the. Honestly, I think it's a more fun lineup than The Weeknd.
No, I think it's fun because it's out of. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't. What does make sense for a football performance? Honestly, I don't know.
After Beyonce, nothing.
Yeah. So I mean,
After the biggest pop stars, nothing. After Lady Gaga jumped from the roof, nothing.
yeah. So I mean, let's have fun. Let's get Eminem to tell you about some coffee pots for like 10
Let's
minutes.
get Paramore out there.
Oh man, would that get you? Would that get any of you guys to actually watch the halftime show?
I would watch because
Absolutely.
you know exactly what I'm waiting for. They know what I'm waiting for. It's one song that I
Right.
want to
Mystery
hear.
Airplanes.
business.
Yeah,
Right.
it's one song. So they're gonna build up to that shit, and then it's gonna be huge. And then maybe,
and then B.O.B.'s gonna come out.
maybe.
I'm in
well,
the business
no.
for Miz. Let's take it from the top.
I was thinking
You know
maybe a
he will.
more current, more fun, like special guest, like
B.O.B.'s
Willow
gonna come out.
Smith.
B.O.B.'s gonna
She's
come
got
out.
a
They're
body
gonna play
like an
airplanes. You
hourglass,
know
it's
it.
ticking
Willow
like a
Smith
clock.
could come
It's
out,
a matter of
and
time
then
before
they
know
could be
what
hitting the
it's
guitars and misery businessing it up, and that's the final.
You're thinking
shutdown.
you're thinking way too far ahead.
Sing it, Dion.
The Super Bowl only cares about the basics.
Sing it.
How do you know I know all the words? Who told you that?
Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
I'm in the business for Miz.
This is the intro, by the way.
This is the intro.
This is
Welcome
all
to
the cold
episode
open.
26 of the
26.
of the Hey Cool Question podcast. Thank you. Welcome to episode 26 of the Hey Cool Question podcast, guys. It's
Woo!
your favorite podcast family. We're back here. Thanks.
We're a family now.
Yeah, we're a family. Thanks,
We
Jim. I see you.
are family.
I see you, Johnny.
family. Like a
I got all my
tree.
brothers and me. Oh, we're doing two different
We
songs.
totally
There you go.
are.
Brother Eric here. So opening up you guys for
We should do
nice,
that. Yeah.
nice lovely evening here. Brother Donnie, brother
Ew.
Sammy. Go ahead and
I'm
say hi
not-
to the people.
No.
Why,
Why
she
did you
brother?
call me
Why
brother?
wouldn't she be sister? Come on, bro. Come on.
I thought it sounded too
I'm
good in my
hanging
head.
up.
It sounded too good
Oh,
in my
whoa,
head.
hey, don't quit.
And don't call me Sammy. Do not call me Sammy.
I'm sorry, Sam. So,
I don't like Sam either.
what do
We
you
need to
like?
think of a nickname for you. We'll get it. We'll
My
get it
name is
eventually.
Samara.
Yeah, we know what your
My name
name
is Samara.
is. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna call you Ducky from now on.
I'm hanging up.
Come on, Ducky.
How do you feel
Don't
about
be
music?
Like
Hate it.
that. All right. So we don't have a slideshow today. That's not important.
Shit.
Not for you
That's
guys
not
to see, at
important.
least. Not for you guys to see.
It's not our
But it's beautiful.
Oh, it's so
I
good.
worked
It's
really hard on it.
It's so vibrant and brilliant and
It looks
vivid.
great.
Visual.
As I'm eating
Colorful
this white
words.
chocolate M&M, it looks amazing.
Nobody
What?
cares about your white chocolate
What?
M&Ms, bro.
I threw that shit
Not
in
a
the
single
bag.
person cares.
I took all the good ones out and I ate them, and now I don't know what to do with the rest.
Trash it.
Waste?
That's wasteful.
I can't help but thinking it's wasteful, even though I don't want them.
Save it for the trick or
Give it
treaters in 3
Give it to the
weeks.
kids.
Yep, the opened bags that have had many hands touched upon them, absolutely.
Many is a strong word. I feel like it's like a couple hands.
You could take them to work. I used hand sanitizer.
I guess I could try to share them with my partner. They'd probably be like, I don't like M&Ms, and I'll be like, okay.
Does he like coffee
And that's
pots?
the end of the conversation.
That's it. Huh?
Does he like coffee pots?
I like coffee.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
Mmm. She's spitting.
It's been spaghetti.
Okay, so does anyone have the questions up right now? Because since we don't have,
not at all. Who has?
I closed out those tabs because I had the slideshow.
I was just assuming you would just leave it open and you would just read off like.
Yeah,
you know what?
no.
I can pull it up on my phone.
If you can
That's
do it
fine. Go ahead
quickly,
and do
that's
that real
all that
quick.
matters.
We know the first slide.
All right. First question. Oh, it's not a question. Squid Game review.
Man,
Squid Game review. What did we think, guys?
First things first, I want to say this was one of the better experiences I've had with the Netflix show. Definitely a fun 9-episode ride from start to mostly finish. And I do recommend any listener that has not seen it yet, go out of your way and check it out. That being said, you know what? Where do I want to start with this one? Did any of you guys see how the show? Like, did any of you guys know what the show would be before you guys got to it?
not at all.
No
I had
idea.
No clue. And that made it better for me, honestly.
I had no idea the show would be like this. I had no
Yeah.
idea.
That made it so much better for me. Just I think that's the better way to consume this type of chunky media, with these big, superhero movies and stuff. I think it's the best way to consume is just to not know really anything. That way you can appreciate smaller things better, I think. And it really has to stand on its own 2 feet. It has to be good and not because of any preconceived, ideas. And I think this one really nails it.
Did any of you guys watch this because of social media? Because I want to say a day within, when did I start watching it? Over a week ago on probably a Thursday or so. After a day of seeing it, I purposely stopped myself and said, I have to finish the show before I am lost on all these jokes. Because, however, I have never seen such a random show with no build-up get this popular as quickly as it is. Apparently, it's the #1 show on Netflix also. I don't know how the fuck that happened.
Out of every show.
Out of every fucking show. Not Orange is the New Black.
We've had Netflix for years.
Not House of Cards. Not... What are some other Netflix shows, honestly? I can't... Because
I mean, Tiger King was pretty huge. Was
that a show? Does that count?
Yes, it was a show.
And apparently this is bigger than that. This is apparently the biggest show on Netflix, and I had no idea it would be that. All I saw was a couple tweets saying, y'all gotta watch Squid Games, and I was like, all right, cool.
Guess that's Squid Games? Is that what the tweet said?
Yeah, you gotta watch the Squid Games.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's how I spent my Thursday morning. And after the first episode, was definitely hooked. There's nothing more I love than seeing broke niggas struggle more than me. I love that. As a natural born hater, I love to see other people starve.
Hateonomics, you just like to see it on display.
If I gotta suffer, I want to see other people suffer as well. Respectfully.
That's crazy. Ain't nothing respectful about this suffering. People in this place, people in this pit, are literally gonna do whatever it takes to get out of the pit. You don't want to be near a lot of these people. You're just another stepping stone if you're near most of these people.
Were there any likable characters in the show for you guys?
Absolutely. I loved Gi-hun. I liked Il-nam until the end, the old man. I liked
She was likable. You think she was likable? You thought she was likable?
No.
Or the father?
Gi-hun's the main character. Il-nam is the old man.
You thought he was good?
I liked the main character. He's a good person, yeah. He's a bad father. He couldn't get out of that hole.
I was going to say,
that's still true. But he's a good person regardless of that. That doesn't change his good heart.
It's a trick. That's a tricky situation.
No, I mean, I know that he wants to be a good father. So, at least that's a step. The problem is he's got a lot of other stuff going on. He's one of those dads that really comes around every so often, and it shows.
Like
It
Goku.
really shows. The way he said, "Oh, I just came to see my daughter," and then he like gave her a. I don't even think he hugged her, bro. I think he just said, "Hey, what's up?" And then he left. He said, "I came to see my daughter."
I'm here to pick up my son.
Hey, what's up? And then he's out. Pick him up. All right. I'm done.
Hey, I'm gonna come back. I'll pick him up next week too.
That's Gi-hun. Not a good parent, but he has a good heart. You know, I thought he was gonna rip off that kid who helped him with the claw game. I thought he was gonna rip him off, but
I absolutely did too.
and I thought, you know, dig him in deep. We already know he's a shit because of the
Yeah.
gambling. It's an addiction though. You know, you can only beat him up so much for his addiction. But you know, when he didn't rip off the kid, that was kind of like the first clue that he's not the worst person. He could be so much worse. And like with his
could've
mom
been.
too, he's not a good son. But there's still a good son in there. Like, you know, there is still a good son in there. I think like I'm in love with his potential, and seeing him like kind of start to overcome his addiction. Because like during the games, you would think it wouldn't like help his addiction, but like when he would genuinely win off of his own like strength, his own intellect, his own skills, you could see that kind of in his face, like holy shit, I did that. You know, it wasn't just random. I did that. So I would like to see more of that in the second season. I don't know about that red hair though.
Fucking. Hey, spoiler alert.
We're past spoilers, bro. This is a review.
No, I'm saying like
We're
okay.
past spoilers.
Two things. I think we all anticipate there's gonna be a second season.
It's absolutely. It's unanticipated.
Dude,
They
I
set
don't-
it up.
Dude, I don't know if I want
They
a second
set up
season.
a layup.
I have no idea if I want a second season at this point.
I would say I didn't need one, but if they could like do more of the same thing, but like ramp it up, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
New games for sure.
New games, new people to play them, and then you just have Gi-hun and somebody else important doing shit on two sides of the same thing.
Trying to do an undercover backstory while like unravel the whole thing while he's also being a bad dad and still have extremely red hair for no reason.
He made his decision at the gate, bro. He made his decision before he even got in line to get on the plane. Once he got that card, he was thinking about, how am I going to get these suckers back? How am I going to pay them back for what they did? And I asked this question to my friend just a little while ago. I want to know what the other winners are living like. How did they deal with the stuff that happened in there? Are people happy? Are they
Well, Old Buddy
incredibly
was
destroyed?
a previous. Old Buddy won the game. What is that dude's name?
I call him the front.
The one that-
I don't remember his
Yeah.
real name.
He won the game.
He did, and he decided to work for them after that. That's creepy and weird. Why would he do that? You know? I think everyone's got their own version of it, and there's so many winners. I would love to know how. I bet most of them, like,
I want to see it from the beginning, like the first
that would be,
year they did
see,
it.
that's like a season 3 sort of thing.
And that is
After-
a season 3 sort of thing.
After Gi-hun blows it all up and it's over, we're gonna go back to the first Squid Game. You know, like it's gonna be intense, more intense than this first season. I bet.
That and the first games are gonna be fucking just old timey board games.
I think the children's game thing is a good idea. Games of chance.
It's balance.
It feels more balanced. Like you really have all the skills and strength you need to win. You just need to.
It's not like
be
Saw
smart.
where everyone's
yeah.
destined to fail.
Saw is so stupid. There's no fun in Saw. You already know they're gonna fuck it up. Like you don't care.
Nobody's
You
gonna,
just don't
there's
care.
no chance. There's no chance they win in that shit.
There's no point. Like put your hand in this box of needles that may contain heroin or AIDS, and then you.
So the key to unlock the chain on your neck is you have to pull out your eyeball to it. But if you don't do it in 30 seconds, you're gonna die. So good luck. Also, here's Chris Rock. Chris Rock. I can't say his name.
Ooh ah ooh ah ooh. Ooh. They laughing, bro.
Damn it.
They laughing. Oh,
I'm getting kicked off Showtime with the Apollo.
What?
Space Goose. Space Goose. The goose is loose. All right, so Samara, what are your feelings about Squid Game? I could go on and on. I have a lot of feelings.
I liked it. I feel like it's not a show I would like necessarily go to naturally. I just saw it and was like, well, I have nothing else to watch. But then I was like hooked.
Yeah, I think it's opened me up to a new genre.
Was
Desperation.
What desperation?
A new emotional genre.
Can any of you guys say you've seen something like this before? Because this reminded me a lot of like other like battle royales I've seen before. This reminded me a lot of the
It
battle
reminds me of
royale.
Escape Room.
Never seen that. Is that essentially the same plot of this?
No. Like, escape room.
It's not the same, but it's rooms. And they have to do puzzles to get through the rooms, and then people die.
Yeah.
So it's only like 5 or 6 people instead of like 400.
Which is great.
And it's not kids' games. It's like puzzles.
Yeah, you gotta really figure out some shit. You might have to hurt yourself just to succeed. Kind of like Saw.
There's an exact anime I watched called Kaiju, which was about I think it was like a 26-year-old man who was in super, super huge debt, who essentially joins like a boat that the mafia runs, to where the winner gets like the same, like they gets their debt cleared and a huge fuck ton of money, which is almost essentially the same thing, only it's like the mafia behind it. And
I've heard about it.
Everybody has big noses. This reminded me a lot of that, only I felt a lot more connected to, I guess, the cast of characters in this one more so than just a singular person trying to fight for his life and, not die.
I watched. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
This is pretty interesting. That's all. Like this, this is something I would watch regularly, but this is one of the more well ones I've ever seen for sure.
I watched a video where a guy was comparing the two. Was it Kaiji?
Kaiju.
I think it's
Yeah,
Kaiji.
something like those. Like big nose anime. That's all I call it.
He was comparing them, and they're and they're vast similarities, but the main difference is having that cast of like standout performers that really kind of ground you in the seriousness, the severity of this debt. Like Sung Woo was so far gone, there was no other option but to win the game. Like there was literally no other way to clear his debt.
To be fair, did he do anything wrong?
Yeah, a lot of stuff, but also
beyond spoiler alert, beyond stabbing her in the neck, did he do anything wrong? Really?
I think he should have actually tried to beat Ali instead of fucking lying to him. I think that would have been better. That's his true. But I love that episode and that scene because it shows his true face. Everyone shows you their true face. They have their one face, which is like, hey, it's me, Gi-hun. I'm a goofy deadbeat dad. And then their true face, his true face is this actual caring person. He cares about other people. He can't help it. He can't even kill people. He can't do it. Like, that's his true face. No matter the cost, no matter the desperation, he's still willing to put himself on the line for other people.
Grew up in a
Ali
Buddhist family, yeah.
is also a super caring guy. Like, and I think that has something to do with, like, his upbringing. Just like, I'll support everybody, because I expect them to support me. It's like, that's his, like, ideology. The poor girl whose name I can't remember, tall, skinny, North Korean chick, you could tell her true face is this, like, indomitable strength. Like, just like, I've already had to deal with shit, I could deal with some more shit. Every time something hard happens, just suck it up and keep going. That's her true face. When her best friend died, her best friend. Yeah, teenagers need teenage friends. Teenagers need teenage friends. It really develops you as a person.
It does.
So she just sucked that shit up. She could have gone on to win. I bet she would have killed Gi-hun. I think. She just didn't get that. It just things ain't really work out.
Mm-hmm.
And the old man was always planning to get out before shit got
That's
dirty.
unbelievable. That's unbelievable. This man. Okay, first of all, like, am I wrong for thinking like him being there is like absolutely cheating?
Well, I think his life was actually at risk, like multiple chances.
No, I think his life was at risk, but I also just feel like he wasn't in the same situation as him. Like, wasn't that entirely the point of why they're there?
I think he was taking the same risk, but he also was like, the last game, the end games, not for me. You know, if he went, imagine if he won the games. That would
Up
be
until
like
that
collusion.
point-
That would be
Yeah.
collusion. That would the guys, the VIPs wouldn't stand for it. You know, if they bet on the crazy lady, can't remember her name, and the old man beat her, they'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Well, didn't they kill the one guy because he was like, he was getting the advantage of knowing the game from the people? And they were like, this is taking away your chance of
Yeah, it's not fair. It wasn't. Yeah, the whole
being
po-
on the same
the whole
level, and
point
when
was-
you come here, we're
yeah.
on the same, like, but he's not.
The old
I-
man.
I don't know if he
played
knew.
the
I don't know if he
games
knew the
the
game. I
same.
don't know if he knew the games. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he knew like what was gonna happen or.
But it
anything.
goes to the same thing, like you said, they're all desperate. They
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
money.
He did not
They're
need
in
that.
debt.
He's
He
definitely
is
not
not.
the same. No, he was there for fun. Everybody else was there because
Which
they weren't.
to me is
they would-
cheating. To me,
That's not. How is that cheating? He's just having
You're-
fun. His life is still at risk. His life was very much still at risk.
you did not. You were there, but you were there because you were simply bored. These people weren't. Your heart's not in the same place as them. You don't
I
deserve to
agree.
be there.
No, I agree with that. He doesn't deserve to be there, but also he made the game, so he does deserve to be there.
No, he doesn't. That's the point. You
if,
made the game for the complete different reasons why you wouldn't play the game.
If John NFL decided to be a football man and was good,
Why did you say Madden?
were you gonna stop him?
Why did you say John Madden? You had
No,
it
'cause
right
that's a
there.
person. I don't want. I want it to be very explicit.
If
NFL
Clark
man.
NBA.
Yeah. If Jamal NBA were to play in the NBA, we can't tell him he can't. It's his game.
That's not. But that's the only thing is like this is how it works. This one. Oh my god! When like finding out that he was like the big guy behind it, I was like, oh fucking course, fucking whatever.
I liked him.
Of
until
course.
that
I was
point,
like,
and then
of
I was
course.
like,
I
God
didn't-
damn it.
didn't see him get shot. You know, blah 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 blah. Like, did they just shoot the air? Did they know it was you the whole time? Like, everybody knew it was
Of
you.
course they knew. Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit. Then.
Well, I mean, he still lost. He still lost.
So
the
why
game.
didn't he
just
die?
didn't die
That's bullshit.
because he has a brain tumor or whatever. He said, "I ain't dying in the game," but
So his life wasn't at risk then.
and you know they had the jumping game next or whatever, and he already knew
Oh
that
my
wasn't
God.
going to go in his
Oh
favor.
my god, this is unbelievable. If he
I don't know. He may have cheated. I don't know, dude. It
Like
doesn't
that-
matter. It doesn't matter anymore.
doesn't fucking matter.
That
anymore.
game's over.
Fucking. You know what? That's why I don't trust old people. Honestly.
If you're watching this review and you haven't watched Squid Game and you're one of those people who needs to hear in-depth reviews of things, watch Squid Game. It's A
That's all
plus
you can
material. A plus material. Okay. What's the next question?
All right.
Oh,
If you could have your own... If you could have your own... Bro! If you could have your own TV show, what kind of show would it be?
Who wants to go first? I have an answer, but it's kind of messy.
If I had my own TV show, I think off gate it would be a competition cooking show.
Wow.
Nice.
But I think the competitors have to come in and they have no idea what it is to cook, and on a whim I say what meal I want. They have to drive, get all the materials, come back themselves, and whoever gets the prepares the food first gets a certain amount of points, and then the best meal itself gets an even higher amount of points.
There's
But
points.
it's a race. It's a race system, but it's also
the
a cooking
Amazing
game.
Race, but also
But it's
the chef show. What's that chef show
Yeah.
called with Gordon Ramsay?
Cooked. What is
Masters-
it? Chopped.
Masters.
Master.
Chopped?
Chopped or master?
Hell's Kitchen?
No, Hell's Kitchen's the other one where they're in the kitchen.
Kitchen
Yeah.
Nightmares?
No, that's the one where the restaurants be trash. And they really be some ass.
Flavor
bro.
Town.
And you know that's not right. And you know that's not right.
Are you
Isn't
sure?
it, no,
I
I feel like we need to figure it out.
Damn.
Master Chef?
Is it-
Master Chef?
I thought so, but maybe not.
Rachel
I think
Ray
it's
show.
Master Chef.
You just said Rachel Ray's name. And that's the one with Gordon Ramsay as the host?
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen it. What's Emerald show? What's his old show called?
Bam.
Anyway,
Bam,
it's
right
called
in the
Bam.
kitchen.
Bam, right in the kitchen.
It is Master Chef.
Ah, okay,
Yes.
okay.
Anyway, though, off the top of my head, it would just be a giant race cooking competition show that just doubles as my dinner.
This nigga just want free food.
Well, I mean, I make little jokes every now and then. I'm just like Alton Brown, but ethnic.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew that's where he was going with it.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Yeah, I didn't want to say funnier because that'd be a lie. He's a pretty funny guy. He's really good at all the hosting shows he's done. I'm a big fan of all the shows he's on.
Okay.
But that's probably what I think is a good idea for me. What's Rachel? What is
I don't
Rachel
have an
Fish?
answer yet.
You don't have an answer
Rachel
yet.
Fish show?
Okay. I don't know what it's called. She has a show called Rachel Ray.
30-minute meals.
30-minute meal. Wow. Are you a part of the RR fan club?
Rachel's
I'm
Rays.
just
That's what they're called.
Rachel's Ray.
If you don't answer the question,
My
I can send
answer
it to you.
is simple. My answer is simple. I would have a long-running TV sitcom. It could be a dramedy, to get some emotion out of the audience, but 8 seasons at least, long-running. I don't want to be as long-running as Grey's Anatomy. I think that's too much.
Way too fucking long.
Way
Oh
too
my
much.
god.
Or Supernatural is the same
It's
thing.
obnoxious how long
Way
those
too
shows
much.
are.
But I think 8 seasons of 22 episodes, just bang them out. And I want a consistently funny show, a consistent story. Since it's 8 seasons, let's do a 2-parter. One chunk is one whole storyline, another chunk is a whole new storyline. It's 4 seasons each. Hilarious show. People got merch and shit. It's not a laugh track kind of show. Definitely not a laugh track kind of show.
Do you have a title for the show?
I'm sorry?
Do you have a title for the show?
Oh, hell no.
Oh.
I got nothing. I have no idea where to begin with that.
We're
I don't
still
even know what the plot would be. Honestly, it could be anything. I don't want it to just be my life, but the plot could be any weird old thing. Doesn't have to make sense.
Is Donnie's World taken yet?
Ugh, I don't like that. So it might as well be.
Okay.
taken.
everybody hates Dion.
No, everyone loves me.
Oh, that's just lying.
Well, ask around. Ask about me.
Chicken
Go ahead.
Oh my god! Wow! Oh my!
Like I said,
Is that the famous Donnie Mobile?
it's a giant D with wheels. And it's like a double-decker bus. It's really high. I'm up at the top driving.
I thought.
Donnie. I'll be drifting on the D-Mobile.
There's gonna be an awful lot of crashes. There's an awful lot of hazards.
Oh yeah, no, I never make it without hitting something. I'm hitting something everywhere I go. Another idea is an animated show. I like adult animation, but I don't like adult animation as it stands currently.
Like the shows.
They're mostly terrible. Most of them.
Are you telling me you weren't a fan of what's it called? What's that
Chicago
basketball?
Aunt?
I was thinking
Chicago Aunt?
I was thinking of hoops. I was thinking of hoops.
Oh, Hoop never touched it. Didn't
God,
want to touch it.
Oh, it's so boring and bad. It's not funny.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not even a little surprised.
It's like 70% of them are Family Guy ripoffs,
Yeah.
and the other 30% are amazingly sad.
Man, yeah, they
Like-
really
like
go
in a
for the
good way.
emotion, but too hard. Yo, Primal, one of my favorite adult animated shows. It's by Gendy Tartakovsky. You may know him famously for Samurai Jack and Dexter's Laboratory,
There we go.
among other things. This shit is so damn dark sometimes, and violent. Oh God, it's so violent. Jesus Christ.
What is that on? Because I've seen it before, and I've been like, I'll probably actually
It's
start watching
really
it
good.
one day.
You can watch it on Adult Swim or HBO Max.
There you go.
They got both seasons on HBO Max, I believe.
Yeah. Speaking of the HBO Max, the person I'm using it. Did you come up with the show yet? For your,
No, she ain't say shit. She's been
I
floating.
think I was waiting for y'all to finish talking.
Nah, cut in.
I think I would want a sci-fi thriller
Oh, wow. I'm already trying to watch your show.
with
Sci-fi.
aliens.
Oh my god,
Hell
Doctor
yeah.
Doctor Whom?
I was thinking of
and
Star
time
Trek.
travel.
Oh shit, maybe it is Doctor Who.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot though. I
Dr.
like to see you in the show, like in costume.
I want to be the main character.
You better be. I talked to a friend. She said, "I want to be in the background,
Who wants
watching
that?
the show happen."
Who wants that?
Bro,
I feel like that'd also be interesting though.
You want to be in the
certain,
background?
in certain instances, but not for long. Like, I'm always.
I'm the star.
I'm the
Thank
one on the
you.
front of the damn box art. When you buy the VHS, it's me.
It's called the Donnie Mobile for a reason.
Who would
Not
you
on
want
my
your
show.
co-host to be?
Co-host or co-star? I don't know.
Yeah.
Rachel Ray?
Yeah,
I
co-star.
don't want to put a big name actor down there because they get in too many roles nowadays.
So like a smaller name actor.
David
Yeah, right.
Tennant.
Oh God, no! A white man? No.
Let me get some. Let me get somebody.
That's who I would pick.
Let me get
You
somebody.
just
small.
made Doctor Who. Just so you know,
I love him.
you just made Doctor Who, and now you're the assistant or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I just want somebody whose name
A
is
companion.
isn't too big. Adam Sandler.
Oh Jesus!
And I love
On a TV show,
David Tennant.
A TV show.
you get one season maybe,
He
and then
he
gone.
goes all in for the time he's on there. He gives full his best
For
performance.
what?
His best
For
performance.
what?
He goes
What,
full.
what kind of performance you gonna get? What's his character on the show? Is he a judge
That's for you to decide on my show or on your show.
on your show? Is he a
He can
judge?
fit anything. Adam Sandler, I think he's like the secondary, one of the judge. Yeah,
You
Or, like,
the
he
judge
might
is
maybe,
just
like-
Adam Sandler.
yeah. Adam Sandler.
I could do
Get Jim
Lakeith.
Carrey on the other side.
Well,
Y'all just
Jim
eat
Carrey,
food
but like
together.
Jim Carrey's specifically playing characters he's played before.
Oh,
It's
that's
not Jim
fair.
Carrey.
You're
It's just-
enslaving him. You're forcing
No.
him to play. You're forcing him to be typecast.
Every time it's a different character he's played before. So like every time he gets a new role, that character could be added into the show.
It's gonna be Dr. Eggman for one episode and one episode only.
Well, they come back after the next season. They can the episodes reset after the next season. There's a lot of rules. I didn't make them. You gotta talk to my
You're making.
you
a
gotta
lot
talk to
of
my
stuff
director.
up on the fly.
me.
Maybe.
So
Okay,
My
Samara's
one
show
season.
sounds like the most exciting show, honestly.
it's the most like an actual show.
I mean, she gave us a lot of flavor. We don't have nothing for plot.
Oh, mine's
Just
an
so
easy
we're
plot.
clear. Just so we're clear. Don't want that to go unnoticed.
I don't know what the plot would be.
It's hard to come up with a plot on the spot. I don't blame you.
Definitely some future only, no past.
Nice, nice. Who wants to go to slavery? I
What's it-
don't need to meet Harriet Tubman.
What's in the past?
Maybe like in another galaxy.
Oh yeah, go to the past on another planet.
The future.
I get to see the Gazorb's past. Nice.
It'd be like Coneheads, but serious, not a joke. Like not funny.
Like
What?
Coneheads the show?
The movie.
The movie.
Oh. It's been a while since I've seen it.
There's a
it's been while
show?
since Anybody seen
I'm
it.
pretty sure, yeah. I think they had a short-lived series.
Okay, next question.
I believe
Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage. Twice the goo, twice the fun? See how I questioned
You
it and
should
made
go
it like
first.
it's a question.
You should go
it.
first.
It's me.
Hmm.
Me or her?
She.
Go ahead.
She is me. I feel like I enjoyed the movie. It was like action immediately from like beginning to end pretty much. And it was short, an hour and a half.
That's crazy.
That's crazy
You
that
know,
an hour and a half
straight-
is short to us. What a-
Straight to the point because lately they've been doing 2 hour plus movies.
Yeah.
But the only real issue I had was not understanding why Carnage was stronger, but Dion explained it to me.
I cleared
so.
it up, but it doesn't make their fault. It doesn't make their mistake any better. They still made a mistake.
Well, you said, well, that's just what they said. The
Yeah.
comics just said that's how it is.
Well, the comics, they have a longer explanation, but it's like they're not going to do that in an hour and a half long movie.
Yeah.
No,
And I wish they would do
But I-
something better than nothing. They don't treat the symbiotes right, in my opinion.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I liked the first one. I like the second one. I'm content.
Okay. Okay.
I have never seen the first one. Still have not seen it. This was a
God,
cool movie, and I had no idea what I was getting into because I think I've seen like one or two scenes from the first one, mostly of which
One or
including
two scenes.
one or two
My
scenes,
God.
mostly including which Eminem shouting Venom in my ear. So
I don't even
That's
think
the
that
end.
happens in the movie. That's the
Yeah,
credit.
that's the
What are
end.
you guys
Yeah, that's
talking
not
about?
in the movie.
Is that not in the trailer? Am I crazy?
No. I
Venom
don't think
isn't
it's
in the trailer?
either.
You guys are insane.
Venom.
Am I
We
here?
can look it up, but I'm pretty
am I
sure
watching
it's
like
not.
Am I watching just like fan videos?
You might have been tricked. They still make those fake trailers. They still make them.
Very possibly, because I don't remember shit from the movie. Because
I can't believe they still make them. I used to get tricked a lot when I was a teenager, and then I was like, okay, enough.
I still do.
You do apparently.
Yeah. So I have gone in with no idea of what the plot is for going into the second one, other than what I've believed is that it'd be pretty gay, and I was right. This was a really good breakup movie.
Well, Venom is not a he, so it's not really gay.
You're right. So what
But
I call
it is a relationship thing.
Yeah,
It is a relationship thing.
This was the best romance movie I saw this year.
I think it could have been so much better, and I'll tell you why. Right now, Eddie Brock is a hollow character.
In the
was-
movie?
Yes, in both
Okay.
movies. I felt like something was weird, but I still liked the movie. But I felt like something was weird. I felt like they were far too similar, the first and second one, especially in the way that it's just like a bigger, badder symbiote, and then you beat it with the weakness. It's just literally the same solution.
Yeah, but this
I
one
thought
had
that-
Woody Harrelson in it. White
Yeah,
Man Can't
but
Jump. Yeah.
It could have been it could have been done better. And then with the weakness thing, I think Samara's definitely hitting a point there that should have been more clear. Like, why is he stronger? Just because it's not a good answer. But more importantly, because Eddie Brock is a hollow character in the comics, he has a hatred for for Peter Parker. And then he encounters the symbiote, which knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and it hates Spider-Man. The symbiote has that heartbreak already, and so they kind of meet each other and become a toxic relationship. That's what they become, is a toxic relationship. And as a toxic relationship, they kick the shit out of Spider-Man for a while before he finally beats them. And then they just keep coming back in that way until they eventually get over him because they have each other. That's what happens. That's what happens in the comics. They get over him because they have each other.
I don't need to be Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't need to. I'm over you, dude. We
Because
found each other. We're good.
Yeah.
They
So
actually
sweet.
repair their. Yeah, it's great. They repair their broken hearts together. And then the whole thing with Carnage, it's messy because it's the whole thing. Eddie Brock goes to jail, and then Cletus is there. They're like cellmates. It's so stupid. But anyway, in a convoluted way, Venom spawns a little seed, a little offspring, just cause. It's like shitting. It just comes out, and Venom doesn't even think twice about it. And then it becomes Carnage with Cletus Cassidy. And it's described in the comics that the reason why he's so tough, he's stronger, is because he has this collective information from Venom, his parent. You know, the battles he had with Spider-Man and others gave him a buff. He only has one weakness, and it's electricity. It's more convoluted. It's not important. It just is one of the weaknesses. And it's that's cool. I wish that was in the movie. It's not. It's okay. What does Eddie Brock... I want to ask you guys something, and you tell me the answer. Because I know you know. You watched the movie. What does Eddie Brock want?
Peace.
To not be a loser.
What does that look like? What does that mean? What does Eddie Brock do in his free time? What does he like to eat? Does he have any identity outside of Venom and that woman?
Nothing.
Not really, no.
No.
And that's the problem. Eddie Brock has nothing going on. He's just waiting for Venom to come and do stuff with him. In fact, as much as I like the scene where they're in that kind of dysfunctional relationship where Venom is taking care of Eddie, but he's just making a fucking mess of his apartment. I imagine he does it every day, and it's not getting any easier. But it's a cute scene. It's kind of like when you're kind of through with a relationship, but your partner is still head over heels. And it's man, if only I wasn't kind of not in this. If only I was much more in this than I am right now. This would be so sweet. But instead, It's just kind of annoying.
This would be really sweet if, like, I really wanted this. This
Yeah.
is great.
Instead, I'm thinking about the hockey game I can't watch right now. You know, like, and that's bad. But that's where Eddie is. So as much as I like that scene, it's really just showing us how Eddie is pushed around in the story by Venom. Things don't happen unless Venom says they should happen. Venom is the main character of the damn movies, but he's treated like this side character. It's very strange. I hope in the next outing they kind of fix that hollow Eddie Brock kind of thing, because it's 2 movies down, bro. You slid by with this one because of extra events, but gotta fix that. That's a glaring flaw.
Do you expect that to happen with, like, spoiler alert, like how this one ended? Do you expect they're actually gonna have time to fully, like, flesh out his character while
I think
also
they can,
pushing this?
but they have to change some things. Like I mean, we don't have to talk about it, but in the extra scene, there is an extra scene. You know, the way Venom reacts to something, it really makes it seem like they're forcing a sort of relationship between him and this thing. But it's like, what's going to happen with Eddie? Is he just along for the ride until it's over?
Like he has
or
been, yeah.
is he just going to be pushed around by the plot again? It's like, they could fix it, but how are they going to fix it? It's going to be tough. They have to create something for Eddie to do. He has to do something. He has to want something. Venom wants to be a vigilante. Venom wants to, eat. Venom wants to do things. He wants to be out of the closet.
Are you happy with Tom Hardy being Eddie?
I think he's fine. It's just he needs to do more shit. He can do more shit. I felt like he was doing more in the first one, but it was all because of his relation to Venom. That still, it still was in relation to Venom. In this one, it's more Venom, less Eddie.
Are you guys disappointed that Eminem didn't get a second chance to do a remix to the big song in the first one?
He did get a second chance.
Yeah.
It's a new song. Has anyone listened to it like by itself?
No.
I want to.
Does anybody like the song? Does anybody like the first song? Like who like?
I liked Venom at first, and then over time I was like,
Did you? Did you really?
Yeah.
Did you really like it?
I'm a very open person. Yeah.
Venom. 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 Venom.
Yeah, it
Dude,
wasn't that annoying.
I'm not gonna hold you, man. That shit was trash.
That's
really?
fine.
That's crazy. Is the second one better? The second song?
I don't know. It's not like his song. I think he's just got like a verse on it, which is definitely better to like put down some money, but not like fully. Like put a little money down on an investment, but not the whole stack. Let me get some of them dollars back. With the last song, that was all in, I think just like Tech 9 too, Eminem has consistent fans. They're gonna come back.
That's very true.
Regardless of what he makes. So the money's there. If they do make a third one, I need another Eminem song for sure.
You need the Eminem song. You need the Eminem.
I think
feature.
they should bring it back.
We gotta draw a line somewhere.
Just like how they brought back Linkin Park with the Transformers movies. 1 to 3. 1 to 3. Linkin Park came back. You could do it again with Eminem.
Is it because we think of Eminem when we think of Venom now, or is that?
I mean, maybe.
That's what I'm saying. Like
in relation to the films, yes.
I feel like we could just say. I feel like at that point it's just to be consistent more than like the fans are asking for another Eminem soundtrack.
How often do they do this shit for the fans? Disney made the Shang-Chi soundtrack and the Black Panther soundtrack. Do you think they were thinking about the fans when they made those things?
I have no other reason for them to think that Eminem coming back for a third time is a good idea, unless people are asking for it.
There's only one reason. They make money off of it. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter that you didn't like them.
They're making money off this.
Yes, they're making money off of them. Both songs.
Kamikaze Man.
Yes. They're making money off of Eminem. That's why he's back, and he'll be back again. I'm hoping it's like Eminem and The Rock and Idris Elba.
Oh my God! Please,
Ultimate song.
Not the brown shirts.
Ultimate song.
Not the tan shirt. You know, listen, if The Rock don't be on, you know Kevin Hart gonna have a small feature in it too, bro.
I would hate if Kevin Hart was rapping on a song. I know. I
That's
think
the
he's done
line?
it before, but I wouldn't like it.
That's the line.
There's no line. I'll listen to whatever. I'll give anyone a fair shot. People have been talking shit about The Rock's verse on whatever song. Bro, it's literally just not your kind of music. Like, niggas are eating this shit up, and it's really not bad. It's not bad,
but it's just not.
It's not your kind of music. That's fine.
True.
That's fine. That's why I said consistent fans will return. There are people who listen to Venom like it's cool, like it's really good, and that's fine. I played it once and I thought, oh, that's interesting. Played it again and I was like, I played it a third time and I said, I'm good. I don't need to listen to it anymore.
If there's people that actively think Kamikaze is some of his best work, I think those are the same people that like this Venom song.
I like Kamikaze. I didn't say nothing about his best work, but
But that's what I'm saying. That sounded a lot like it would fit in Kamikaze.
It was at the end.
That's probably why. That's probably why I thought that. Then that makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
That is making a lot more sense now.
It was
and
definitely.
I have
attached.
very bad memories of that album.
I think we need more songs like this. Like we used to have them a lot back in the day. Not so much attached because there's the songs that are made for the movie. There's the soundtrack thing, which I think it's not very popular, but they do make them every so often. The soundtrack thing where it's like we design the soundtrack around the themes of the movie, the themes of the work, not so much individual components. Whereas a song that's written for a movie by a movie might just give you a beat for beat rehash of the movie in the song. And that's fine.
All I'm thinking
because
about
that's what they're supposed to do.
That's
Remember
all
Men in
I'm
Black? Remember Wild Wild West? We were in the movie when those songs were playing.
Do we look back at those songs as being good? Like I
like Wild Wild West. I like Men in Black.
So I think I like Men in Black more than Wild Wild West. I'm not gonna.
Wild Wild West has a lot of charm, man.
You're tripping.
As far as the song, not the movies.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I think the Men in Black song is just easily better.
I mean, that's fine, but I think Wild Wild West has a lot more.
Has a lot more heart in it. Is that
the motherfucker came out on a horse at the award show? He walked a live horse down the aisle.
Though, is that the song? I don't think
the song brought that out. The song brought that out. Megan Thee Stallion's got that whole Texas vibe with the hats and the stallion, horse shit. That ain't got shit on Wild Wild West. But
that's not the song. That's not the song. That's not the song from start to finish. No, come on.
You don't feel like you want to be a cowboy when you listen to that song? That's your own problem.
We're attaching the shenanigans that the song had afterwards to the song. That's not the same thing.
That nigga made a lot of money off that song. You probably made more money off the song than the movie, bro.
That's absolutely true because I don't think Wild Wild West did that well.
And I don't think Men in Black did that for the movie.
Maybe not.
I think Will Smith once he hit that track, his pockets started filling up. Once he got out the booth, he said, "Damn, I don't remember these pockets being so tight."
Damn. You know what? I gotta make a song for Hitch now.
Imagine a Hitch song. What would that be like?
Didn't he make Switch around there too? That time too? Because
that has nothing to do with it.
I know, but I'm trying to think. Would he just start making just regular pop music now too?
I don't know.
It would have to be a pop song.
He had a big fall off. I don't know.
Musically?
Yes.
He had a big fall musically?
Yes.
I don't think he did. I feel like he was pretty consistent. I think he was a pretty consistent guy through and through.
Nah, I don't think so. I think that last album was not good.
What, in
I only listened to a couple songs. That's all I needed to know.
Was that in the early 2000s?
Yeah. After Wild Wild West, after Men in Black is when it was like. After the Millennium album, the Willennium album.
Listen,
that's 1999, 2000. The Willennium album.
I agree. There's nothing
after that.
He wasn't gonna top. I'm going to Miami. He wasn't gonna top that. All right.
I'm sure he did. Yeah. I'm
what do you mean?
Have you ever listened to Willennium?
Have you listened to I'm Going to Miami?
Of course. I'm more of a Will Smith fan than you are. I've listened to more shit than you have.
Of course,
Jesus, man. You can't hate him now. Then we're gonna get into some uncomfortable territory.
No, I've seen Bright. Like, I'm
No. We're getting into uncomfortable territory. I don't want our friendship to dissolve. What happened to Samara? Is she dead?
She's just thinking about her own opinions of Will Smith and how she's a
Her
big fan.
camera on my side has said it's disabled due to internet quality.
It hasn't
issues.
said that. It does not say that to me. I still see her on screen.
You still see her on screen?
Yeah.
I don't see nothing.
Mine said
Unless
it's still working.
unless it's frozen and like she's just biting her nail on my screen, but that was it. You a big Will Smith fan? You love his music? What's your favorite song? This is a Venom review, by the way.
We got a little off track.
I don't listen to Will Smith.
Well, that's all we needed to hear. Next question.
I don't believe you. Everybody listen to Will Smith.
All right.
Everybody like Big Willie style.
Let's get it. Let's get it. I don't like 6ix9ine.
All right. Zodiac killer is some guy named Gary.
So, how many years has it been since like I want to say we've been looking for the Zodiac killer?
Wasn't that in like the 60s, late 60s?
That had to be like 60s, right? Late 60s. So let's say like 40 to 50 years. 50 or what was that? 50 or 60 years actually now. 50 years. We've been looking for the Zodiac killer, and we had a lead. You know, we've had Ted Cruz on the ropes for years now, and out of the blue, what's his name?
Gary Post or Gary Posty? I'm not sure which way.
Gary Posty Malone is officially they've what does it say? They've linked his DNA to like being the Zodiac killer.
It was like one major year of he killed 5 people, but it was so
That's also-
outrageous.
that's
like
also a
cryptic
small
and-
number.
Yeah, but it's the way he was doing it. It's
In
the way he
1
was
year,
doing
though?
it, and the like
That's a lot for 1
the
year.
clues he left behind. It was a
off.
lot.
Gary went off for 1 year, and look at the impact he left.
I believe the way they found out that it was Gary was from other killings, a lot more killings that were never linked to the Zodiac killer. And I think that's how they went around the other way to catch him as Gary Post, and the motherfucker's already dead.
And
Imagine,
And he
dead.
died in 2018. That's not even that long ago.
We could have had him.
they were so close.
We
Could you
were
imagine
so
being
close.
so close and be like, guys, we did it. And okay, well, what's the end of this? Gary Post. Can we look this up? And deceased 3 years ago. Oh,
And
that
he's dead.
close.
Just like
that close. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I guess they should be proud that they cracked the crime, right?
I
Like,
would
there's
be.
always,
Yeah.
there's always like like you solved it. You know, it took
Closure
this
to
long.
the victims.
Yeah.
Closure to the victims and their families, but
But golly,
man,
it's got to be a small thing. Just like
honestly,
man,
I'm gonna tell you this right now. I didn't think we would ever find out who it was. I thought it was a lost cause.
no, I would have went the
Same.
rest of my life just assuming, just going like LOL Ted Cruz and just been fine with it. Now I gotta rewire my brain thinking it was Gary the whole time. It was Gary
Gary
on the
Post.
internet writing reviews about the Zodiac Killer movie, saying LOL ratio fake and stupid. It's 70, 80 years. Do you know the age for this guy from when he died? Can we look up Gary Post's age?
Gary
please?
Post.
Is it Post? Is it Poste?
That's what I think. Gary F. Post.
Gary Post? Gary Post?
Alive. No. Blah blah blah. 80 years old.
80 years old.
Yep, that
long,
makes sense.
long fulfilling life.
Yep. Gary
So,
Post did it. He got away with it. Damn it.
would you? Okay, so let's say you're 80 years old. I'm wondering, did he ever want to get caught?
I
Like,
don't
do you ever,
think so.
I wonder, like, I mean, like, part of you just being like, you know what, guys, it was me the whole time. It was me, and you guys are, and I'm gone. Goodbye. Because
Nah, because he would have left the note. I bet.
that's what I'm saying. Is like, I'm surprised he didn't.
I don't
'Cause
think
if
he
he-
cared for getting caught at all anymore. I think that life is past him at 80. I think he's like, I got away with it, and now I'm just chilling. Like,
and that's
I think
it. And he's just hanging out with dudes, posting like hanging out with my friend named Gary, having a killer time.
Zodiac. I don't know. Maybe when that guy was like friends with him, maybe he just told him one day, and because he was old, it just sort of came out and went away and never came back up again. And so he was just like, bro,
Are you serious
Did
right
you
now?
say that? Did you really just say that? He was like, "Yeah, I killed this one chick in the valley near blah blah blah." He could have just mouth vomited some true facts.
1968. I'll never forget 1968. The summer of my life.
He could have showed the dude one of his notes, like the original copy. Like, this is the one that this is the transcript for all the letters. Like,
so like, let's say that friend of his knew for however long he told him, and he just was like, he was just making fun of it on the internet under everybody's nose.
I think
is that a reasonable reaction to you? Like, if you guys heard that, like, you guys are hanging out with this old person, they just tell you, "Yeah, I'm the Zodiac killer. You guys want to get lunch?"
That's how it would have come out.
I don't, but like along those lines.
As an old man, you make friends with all sorts of people, short-lived friendships, and as an old man who's probably got some form of Alzheimer's or dementia, you're just gonna say some stuff that you're not gonna remember saying.
I get his perspective of why eventually it might slip up. I'm saying the friend that heard it.
He's 80.
No.
You gonna throw him in jail?
No, not throw him in jail, but like, would that affect how you felt about somebody if they told you they were the Zodiac killer?
If you met them as Gary Post and you knew them for a long time as Gary Post, and he had never given you any murderous vibes, and then all of a sudden it slips out one day while you guys are just hanging out in silence by the park,
could you imagine?
Then
like,
you probably wouldn't say nothing. You'd probably just be like, "Okay, Gary."
Damn. All right.
Okay, Gary. Like, as soon as he finishes saying whatever the fuck he just said, you just go, "Damn, bro." That's crazy. You just pat him on the shoulder. He's old. Who cares?
Who cares is crazy, because who does really care at this point? But like, I can't imagine going to Applebee's with somebody and they just slip up and tell me, "Yeah, man, killed like 6 people in like 50 years ago." Left some weird notes. You want to see it?
It might not have gone that far. As far as
I don't know how far
show
it
you the
could.
Notes.
Maybe not, but like, far enough for him to know completely, but not far enough for him to be creeped out or anything. For him to be like, "LOL, that's so cool."
Hold on, no one's confirmed that he knew completely that the dude was the Zodiac killer. I don't think so. If he did know, he chose not to say, which is fine.
Yes.
And if he didn't know completely, then he was just playing around with the idea that he was. He was probably making jokes to his friends.
That's hilarious. That
it's the same thing as Ted Cruz. It's the same thing.
I think it's not the same thing. It being a complete coincidence that he was just joking about it and that he just so happened to be right is completely different than us.
No. I mean, based on the speculation that we already put forth, that Gary gave him something, a crumb.
Yeah.
And the dude then took that crumb and formed jokes with him and his close friends, but never decided to do anything about it because Gary is old. Gary is old. He's not going to hurt anyone anymore. I think that's totally believable.
Is being old like enough to be like, whatever?
If Michael Myers was 90, there's no reason to fear him. I could
not,
punch
not
him
no
and
reason
kill
to fear him. But
I could punch him one time and kill him.
Is that enough to like move past it? Like,
it's not moving past. There's nothing to be done. If we had taken him to jail, he would just die in jail. It's like knowing who he is good. Huh?
I said he did kind of die in jail.
Oh, he went to jail?
He got arrested for domestic violence in 2016. He spent a year and then got sent to a state. He got sent to a state nursing facility because he had dementia, and they found him incompetent to stand trial, and then he died in state custody.
Dementia.
He did die in jail, huh? Wow.
Well, hey, at least he got what he deserved at the end, I guess.
Wow.
Got that
my whole thing is like you arrested him for domestic violence, and then was like, "This is the Zodiac killer, actually."
Somebody. It's like they put his body in the box, and then somebody's like, "Hey, does that guy look like the Zodiac killer to you?" You're like, "I don't know." And then you close it, you go, "I don't know."
What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah, just let it go.
You been arrested for domestic violence at like 75? Or like 70?
I think dementia was taken.
It's honestly very common. Domestic violence in like old people like that is.
Yeah, they be lashing out
happens
randomly
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, they hurt themselves trying to hurt you.
Mhm.
I know my 90, and she was like 99. 99-year-old grandmother. She used to have some moments, bro. And like they died out over time, but there were some days, man. She broke out of the house one time. She was walking down the neighborhood, down the sidewalk one time. She was fighting my my stepsister who was trying to pick her up and take her in the house because she's just a frail little thing. And she was swinging her cane around like, be wildin', bro.
My dad's grandma had the same thing. She would literally like hop the fence and just start walking.
Yep.
And get lost.
You get lost. They go somewhere,
Yeah.
and then they're like, I was just going to the store, and now I don't know where I am. Yeah, because you don't know where the store
She
is.
used to she used to break out of her own house.
That's when you got to take them in. Once they start doing some wild shit, you got to be like, okay, you're coming with me. So I think Gary was at that point where shit just came out sometimes, and like he was reliving, old moments. I don't think he was reliving a murder, but he was probably just like spouting off some Zodiac killer nonsense. And then somebody said, "What was that, Gary?" And he was like, "Oh, nothing." Just back to old Gary time.
Such mumbling
Reset.
with the mail or some shit. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I think it's good that we know who it is. I just wish we caught him like before he died, and we're like, "You son of a bitch!" And then he's like, "Hey, please don't hurt me. I'm an old man, please."
Is that what he said? Look, I didn't do it, guys. It's a prank.
That's some shit, though. Gary Post, just living amongst us.
Can you imagine just like an older person you just find out like 50 years ago they were... Is 5 enough to be a mass murderer, or is that just like a well-known serial
Serial killer, I think.
serial killer?
Serial killer.
Yeah,
Mass
that
murder is like a bigger number for sure.
That he was just casually one of the biggest serial killers
Is it?
known to man.
I think there are more old people than you think who have killed and are
No, I think
keeping
that.
it
I'm
inside.
saying serial killer. I'm saying
I don't
mass...
think there are that many serial killers because you have to get some sort of fame.
That's my point.
There are
Is
other
that-
people who have
no.
killed, and you just don't. You'll never know how many, or where they put the bodies, or anything, and they won't slip up either. They'll just die.
Can you imagine going to the post family family reunion this year?
Why do you think he has a family? Like
You
a
think he
full-on
doesn't have a family?
I think it would be smart not to. If they got my drawing, if they got my drawing on
you think-
TV and I
you
saw
think-
the drawing with my own eyes, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Let me just keep quiet.
You think
Just lay low.
he doesn't have any family?
I don't think
that
like
knew him.
grandchildren and shit.
I didn't say
Like,
that.
don't
I just
think-
said family. I don't think I didn't say that. Like, you don't think he has any uncles that had kids? You don't think he had anybody else? Like, I'm saying, people knew Gary, and I cannot imagine.
He probably distanced himself from them though. It seems like his main concern was
It's not as, but
that.
it doesn't look
That
like
was his
doesn't mean that
focus.
nobody knew him.
We don't even know if this is.
Bro, who's inviting him to family reunions?
I did not say.
They
say
know
he was
him.
invited. I said people.
They know him. They don't care.
They don't care that they gay him.
They might not even
Uncle
know
Gary-
who
wow,
was
that
the
explains
dude.
it.
Even based on the evidence that is there, or the sketch, by the way, which is like one of the main things. The main
is.
images of this man is a sketch. That's insane. He really ghosted. But like his family, whether he looks like that sketch or not, they might not even think twice that it's fucking old Gary. Uncle Gary is the Zodiac killer. That would never cross their minds.
I'm saying now.
And now,
That's it.
what would it matter now? He's dead.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, wow, that explains why he does.
For
that
him
explains why he doesn't talk to us
to
anymore.
not
There you
get
go.
caught. For him to not get caught for this long, there's no way he had attachments to family
Yeah,
at all.
there's no way he had anything long term. It wouldn't make sense. Somebody else would have figured it out if they really looked. Because you could look and say, oh yeah, that's his whole head. Like, if you look at old pictures, you can say, oh man, that's really him. I bet there are pictures of him with the glasses on. I promise you there's pictures of him with the glasses on.
He had to have gotten eye surgery. He had to get LASIK surgery.
No, he just got different glasses.
No,
He just got a different pair of frames, cut his hair different.
I think he went.
It's
all
that
around.
easy to disappear. When you're a white man, it's that easy. Put on a baseball cap. You're gone. You ghost. You should put Danny Phantom in a baseball cap for the Gary Post.
What?
It's a meta joke. It's a meta joke.
What?
Going ghost. That's the Danny Phantom joke. Put the baseball cap on because he's white, and now we can't tell. Just like you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's just like you.
Yes,
You put on a baseball cap, you can go anywhere you want, white man. You could just stand outside anyone's house and stand around the corner and follow anybody on a running trail. You could do anything you want with a baseball cap on. Gary Post got away with it.
That was really a Danny Phantom reference in the Zodiac killer.
Hey, is Danny Phantom a good character in Nickelodeon All-Stars?
You know what? Ah, man, I got a lot of opinions about that game and about the characters in that game. Well, there's like, everybody's good except for like 3 characters who I think suck.
Well, let's find out which ones suck. What's the next question, Samara?
Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl just came out. What type of cartoon video game have you always wanted to come out?
I think they've made them all. I can't.
You think they've made them all? At this
all the
point?
ones that I would have liked, all the ones I would have wanted. I think everything's been made. They made Ben 10. They made Samurai Jack, and I may not love what they made, but they made them. I can't think of anything else that would be as, they made Power Rangers, they made Transformers games, plenty of them.
I've wanted like an actual like console like Codename Kids Next Door MMO game like my entire life.
They had something like that already.
But it wasn't good.
It doesn't matter. They made it already.
That's not the same thing.
This question isn't about good or bad. This question is not
It's entirely
about
good or bad because it's a type of game.
Type of game is good or bad? That's a review. That's not a type.
What are you
good
talking
or bad
about?
is a review. What are you talking about?
A good game is a type of game.
No, it is not.
Because Ubisoft don't make those.
That is your opinion. That is your opinion. That's
some
not
games
a type.
Some games are like legit. I believe there are some games that are, without a doubt, fit a layer that is like this is good or this is bad.
That's not a genre though. That's just your opinion. That's not a genre.
You sound crazy. What are you talking about?
How do I sound crazy?
What are
you
talking
sound crazy.
about?
Good or bad is a critique. That is an opinion.
Is left right? Thank you. All right.
What the fuck does that mean?
I'm glad we agree.
Samara, good or bad is an opinion, positive or negative. It's not a genre type.
Correct.
You have
because what you think is good, I might think is bad.
Exactly.
Now you could say, okay, maybe you want a Codename Kids Next Door game that's like this.
Yeah, if you could make one better, I'd love to hear those ideas. But that game being good or bad does not mean it doesn't exist. They made it. It just sucked.
Make it like Dark Souls.
Make it like Dark Souls. Please elaborate. I can only imagine how.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I just did.
I elaborate for 2 reasons. 1, for Samara, and 2, because I would like to understand the game flow, like the actual gameplay.
Easy. You start off in a dungeon, just like Dark Souls, and
a whole dungeon in Codename Kids Next Door. Okay,
hear me out.
I'm following along.
Hear me out. I'm doing this on the fly. So, okay. So you start off in a dungeon, and just like Dark Souls, you start with a certain class, but like the classes are based on what number you get. You fill out whatever numbers you want. I don't care. Basically, you pick the number, you pick the class, you pick whatever item you get, but it's all based on whatever random number you pick on yourself. So whatever number you get basically dictates the entire way you play the game, and it then dictates all the people you interact with, what set you're in, but it's all in a dungeon. Okay, you following me? So after you get past the dungeon, we get back in the regular real world. Okay, now you got to do schoolwork. Now you got to hang out with friends. But you also got to do Codename Kids Next Door stuff. So you're fighting adults, which is then going to lead to my next part, where we're actually fighting old people. So what I actually want is kids to beat up old people like I want in real life, because I want the old people to pay. Thank you. There we go. That's my game. Boom.
Man, that would be a terrible game.
That's an opinion. That's not a type.
No, you're right. It is an opinion. It would be a terrible game.
You just said it was. You just said it was the type of game.
I don't recall.
2 seconds ago.
It's on the recording.
You always don't recall.
Yeah, it's funny how his memory just fades away like that.
It's crazy.
It's like he has dementia.
It's crazy. It's like you guys keep trying to call me out and stuff that I'm not gonna remember.
It's like he's the Zodiac killer. It's been him this whole time.
Why would you even think that? What? Where's my glasses?
Show me the cryptic writing. I know you still know the letters.
No. Why would I bring out? No, that's in my wallet. Why would I bring that out?
You always keep it in your wallet.
Hypothetically, no. That's
think
like
of a better Codename Kids Next Door game.
I can guarantee you right now, you could not think of a more fun Codename Kids Next Door game than the one I just said. There is no way the one I just said, absolutely off the top of my head, would not sell more than whatever you're going to think of within the next 10 seconds.
Within the next 10 seconds.
You said off the
Is
top
this
of
a
your
challenge?
head. You said the top of your
I
head.
didn't say off the top of shit. Is
Yes,
this a
you
challenge?
What do you mean is this a challenge?
I'm asking you formally, man to
You
man,
asked me
is
for
this a
game.
challenge?
You asked me for the game right now.
All you
off
have to
the
do
top
is say
of the
yes or
dome.
no, bro. Is this a
Huh?
challenge?
What
yes
is a
or
challenge?
No?
A game? A game?
Making a
development
better
challenge?
game than you. Is it a challenge? Yes or no?
A better game than me? I don't even remember the
That's what you
game I
asked.
made.
That doesn't
I don't
matter.
even- It doesn't. How am I going to base it off of it? I don't remember anymore.
I'm just asking you if it's a formal challenge because if it is, then I would defeat you. That's all.
You have literally 5 seconds to do it, just like I did.
You said 10 seconds. You keep changing the points of
just
of-
like I
of
don't
attention
remember
here.
the things I say. Listen, keep up, okay? Just
I gotta keep up because you can't remember what you say. Come on.
yes,
bro.
because I can't keep up. So why should what? One of us got to keep up.
Samara, what would you make? Because I can't deal with this absurdity anymore.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure 2.
I'm playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Honestly, don't know because I don't play games that much.
But you can make honestly anything you want. You could do like Yahtzee, but it's also like The Sims. You can
What?
go to people's houses and defeat them in Yahtzee, and then buy their house. Like, you'll do it like gambling.
Buy their house.
Like you get them to put their house down, and then you beat them, and then you get their house.
Oh, that would be fun.
Is that even?
Or like a casino tycoon.
This is like
You
Ghoul
make
Monsters.
you make a casino.
Oh, I like that. I play Hotel. The one where you make hotels. And I have a prison one. And a theme park.
I was thinking about getting the Jurassic World game, but then I was like, what if I get bored? You gotta like,
What if you
The
get
end of the
what?
thought.
Bored.
What if I just
yeah,
get
I
bored?
buy this game. It's probably gonna be like $60, and then it's like, how much time am I gonna spend on it to justify that cost? I only just started playing Diablo 2, and I'm having fun. But I literally have had this game for like a week, or maybe 2. I've had this game for a while, and I just touched it for the first time. So, what if I get bored is a big fear over my head.
How often do you buy games?
Probably more often than I beat them, but I don't buy them. I don't buy many games. I download free games a lot on the PC because they just come up. Such and such is free. I got Overcooked 2 on here for free. Ain't touched it once.
Wait, you have Overcooked?
I just got it I didn't just get it.
Oh,
I got it a while ago. Never touched it. Not
Yeah,
even once.
I've been praying for somebody outside of my one friend to get this game because of how fucking fun it is.
Does that crossplay?
I hope it better be.
I hope so.
It better
Because I'd
be.
love
This-
to play it.
This is
I downloaded
Over-
it actually with you in mind. Because I
Overcooked
thought
2
I would never
is
play
quite is quite possibly one of the most fun multiplayer games I've ever played. And everybody I play it with, I'll say the same thing. Say it's the most anxious and most heart-beating game they've ever played, the most intense multiplayer game they've ever played. And all it is just cooking the pasta. That's all it is. That's all it is. Just cook the food, move it, and move it. And that's it. And
It's
everybody
like
I play
the
with,
old SpongeBob Krabby Patty game. Except more mobile. You guys remember that shit? I used to love that game.
when I think of like
Them
the
patties. Flip it.
Anyway, too, Overcooked 2 is a great game, and anytime I try to convince somebody to play it, and they see me play it, all they say is, "This looks way too intense to play," and I just tell them it's like 4 buttons, man. It's not that hard.
It does look like a lot.
It's fucking hard. No, it's fucking hard as hell after like a certain
Uh-oh.
point.
What happened to Samara? Uh-oh.
Hey, welcome back.
It's not recording, though, it looks like.
It's what?
We are recording. She is not.
Oh no!
That sucks. We still have a few questions left.
Damn, dude.
We
What's
could
left?
do... Oh, it was?
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
So-
We still need to have an ending. We didn't really wrap up on the video game thing anyway.
okay,
Because
give-
I didn't say anything.
All right, go ahead and give yours.
I can't go ahead now. She's cut out.
No, it's fine. It'll be just me and you right now. She'll be here in spirit. We'll relay whatever she says to the audience.
That's something. Okay.
We're not doing this again. I bet we're not doing this again.
Okay. I mean, I didn't say. Whatever.
Gamer talk. Come on. Let's go.
Sorry, gamer talk. You're right. I really like character action games. So anything that has like level progression and weapon like acquiring and either costumes or armor. I don't care which.
You have a cartoon in mind.
A cartoon for that though? Like, there's a lot that you could do, I think, cartoon-wise. I think Danny Phantom is still untouched. Like, that's untapped raw energy right there. Something with some combat. Totally Spies would be fun. Imagine, like, it's like Hitman, except you don't kill people.
It's like Hitman.
It's like Hitman, except you don't kill people, and you can, like, dress up your spy and shit.
It's like Hitman, but also like all the Brad's video games.
Yeah, it's Hitman cross Bratz. And I like Codename Kids Next Door as a sort of like third-person shooter kind of thing. You know, because they mostly use projectile weapons.
When I think of that brand, like Codename Kids Next Door, all I think of is like the stupid-looking wooden like gun they had.
The spank gun.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That's the one I think of.
It's so dumb. That one doesn't make any sense. But there's a lot of other ones
weapon I've ever seen in my
that
life.
are really cool. A lot of other weapons are really cool. That one's like one of the
like one that
simplest.
jumps out. It jumps out immediately.
It's far too simple.
Awful.
Not fun.
Awful. Love it.
Also, I would love a Transformers fighting game. I think that has a lot of potential. I think you should do it like Tekken, 3D fighter, and they just duck and weave, and you know, I think that would be really cool. I think, and you could transform into your vehicle in the middle of the. I was gonna design a Tekken style Transformers fighter. I got started. I got the roster. I started thinking of DLC characters, and then I thought the mechanics just make it like Tekken and like Soul Calibur. Or Tekken and Mortal Kombat. I think that could be a lot of fun.
It has to really be a 3D fighting style.
Has to be. Has to be. You could do 2D.
Unfortunately,
I think it might be more work.
Unfortunately, like in my head, like I can see like whatever, like if the developer goes this route, it would most likely be like an anime fighter, which would probably
it's a 3D. It's a 3D like you're moving around a bubble, kind of like Naruto. Okay. But when you're in that close combat, it's like two different zones. When you're in that close combat zone, it's Tekken. It's robots knocking the bolts and screws out of each other, Tekken. And then I thought it would be cool to have special moves that did a lot of damage, like cinematic special moves, like kind of like how they used to do X-rays from Mortal Kombat. And then I thought, how cool would it be to do like a brutality sort of finisher, where if you do a move that does enough damage, cinematic or not, it does enough damage, just outright kill him.
It just kills them.
Yeah. It's like you shoot your big gun and they have low health, it just blows them up. Because that shit happens in the comics like all the time. All the time.
Blow up Starscream?
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine how satisfying that would be. Blow up Optimus Prime. Or worse, cut Optimus Prime in half. Cut his ass in half. It'd be sick. I thought pretty long and hard about this, but I could think long and harder.
That'd almost be as good as a Totally Spies game.
I think they would sell pretty fairly. I mean, Totally Spies is an old property. Transformers still hot. Keep that in mind.
If you tell me Totally Spies is coming out with a new game and there's nothing else, and if you tell me, okay, so it's Hitman, but every now and again you gotta switch it to a sports, you gotta switch it to like a sporty little skirt, and you're like, oh, absolutely. Every now and then you just gotta go shopping per mission. Oh, of course, absolutely. I'd buy that real quick. Now, if you told me Transformers fighting games, I'd buy it. But you know what? Let me wait next paycheck. Yeah. I'm putting the credit card down immediately for Totally Spies.
I think it should be like $40 for the Transformers game.
The Totally Spies
game
is better. The Totally Spies game better not be a $60 release.
It's $30. Totally Spies is $29.99.
It better not be $60.
No, it couldn't be. It might not even be that long.
No. It's not
It's a
long
short game.
Cartoon
Last
games
thing
are
I'll
never.
say.
Cartoon games are never long.
Last thing I'll say is about the Codename Kids Next Door game. Not to beat you out in any way, shape, or form. I think you
Right,
have
that's impossible.
you have an idea, and then it just kind of flies off the rails at the end.
I literally don't have an idea.
I think it would
I've
be
said
cool.
I've said Codename Kids Next Door MMO. Like that's always been the idea. Like in my head, it's more like how would I describe this? Like an Elder Scrolls like, but it's totally more just like you fight missions with friends. You fight missions with the Codename Kids Next Doors.
I think it'd be cool to have like everyone has their own number. Like you have to have your own number, not I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, you could have any numbers.
Here's what I'm saying, bro. Listen, if that's the case, I'm not running into another fucking number 255.
No, it's gonna be like an extra like additive 255 squared or something. You know, like it's gonna be creative in that way.
The numbers they're gonna get real ridiculous. It's
and
that's
why I feel like an MMO. That's why I feel like an MMO might be too broad.
It is really broad because like I don't know how else where to go about it. But
what about like I hate to say. No, I'm not gonna say Overwatch style. What about like a battle royale? Codename Kids Next Door battle royale. You play as all these different characters. You play as all these different characters. You have all the different weapons that you can scavenge, and you can combine weapons and make new ones. Come on.
I don't know if it's a cool idea outside of like the real thing where I think I'm tired of battle royales as an idea, but that's not a bad one. Like battle royales are a good idea. It's just we've just pushed it onto a lot of stuff anyway.
Yeah, the dodgeball one.
The dodge.
The ninja one, not Naruto. The other one.
The dodgeball one. This is.
They have a lot.
Was that?
I think dodgeball is cool. I think that's a
bad.
great video game idea.
It's not bad, but like, man, we're really pushing it, huh?
I think Codename Kids Next Door is like not Squidbillies. What's the Squid Game for the kids like? You know what I'm talking about. You're a kid now. You're a squid now. The one with the paint.
The squid? What? Squidward? Like what? What am I?
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
You really don't?
I know
With the paint.
Squidbillies.
No, not Squidbillies. The video.
You mean Splatoon?
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
that. You mean the Inklings? Yeah.
Yeah. They're Squid Kids. Whatever.
The Squids. I was like, what?
Squid Game, but it's with the Codename Kids Next Door cast.
Really convinced you meant Squidbillies at first. I was like, damn, was like the truckers?
That'd be horrible. I would not want to play a Squidbillies game at all.
Underrated show, might I add. Just underrated
Probably.
show. Yeah.
But I wouldn't want to play that
Wouldn't
game.
play that game
No,
at all.
fuck no. It's like the Eric Andre show, the game. I don't think that would hit.
It's not a game. You press a button, 3 cutscenes happen.
I think it should be it should be like WarioWare. This is spiraling, but like Eric Andre's show should be like WarioWare, except when you press stuff, like a new game begins. Like you try to like navigate the game itself, and a new game starts. Like now, oh shit! Like you gotta learn the controls really fast. Play it now.
There's literally no save progress.
No save progress.
Every
and
time
like
you
if
beat
you
the game,
lose,
different
game
set.
over.
Yeah.
If you lose, game over. You gotta start
Every
over.
starting point's different. Everything's different. Brand new life,
Yeah.
brand new game.
It's like a roguelite WarioWare. Oh shit, man.
Was that the gaming part of the?
Yeah, that's the whole thing, man. That's the whole gaming section. We did it.
And we got episode 26.
Episode 26 in the books.
There we go.
Oh,
it's been your lovely family of Brother T, Brother Teasley here.
Brother D, you know what it is.
There he is.
You know what it is, baby.
We really wish.
Overtime. You holding back tears?
I'm still thinking about this fucking shitty ass Codename Kids Next Door gun. I'm still thinking about how shitty it is.
Stop thinking about it. Think about good ones. Look up some good
You
ones.
want good?
and you'll see.
I know
they have a
good
lot
ones.
of good ones. They
I
have a
know
lot of good
because
ones.
they have so many of them, bro. It's like fucking like 100 episodes and that shit. They gotta think of like another weapon
Every
episode.
episode was another. Yeah,
Anyway,
it was a good show.
It was a really good show. I really miss it.
That movie was a great ending to the whole thing.
I cried during it.
You're lying. Stop lying.
I wish I was.
Stop lying for the gram.
I've cried. I've cried in lots. I cried during Wreck-It Ralph too.
2? 1. I think 1 brought up more emotion to me. When he was breaking the car, I was like,
I didn't say I didn't cry during the first one, but it's me crying during the second one, where it's like, damn, what's wrong with me? I stopped. I stopped. The person was asking, like, are you crying? And I stopped and I said, like, I don't know who I am anymore.
yikes.
I started questioning my life. Anyway, welcome. That was the Hey Good Question podcast, guys.
Welcome.
Thanks for sticking out with us, and we'll see you back next. We'll see you back next week. When we talk about more Codename Kids Ignore Weapons, and I'm still crying on air.
We're gonna think of another game. I promise. Danny
Think of
Phantom.
another game?